Hello everyone, and welcome to another inspiring episode from Opportunities Platform. My name is Ankit, and founder of the global initiative that started back in 2020. We are a youth led organization dedicated to bridging the opportunity gap, especially for underprivileged communities. In last 3 years, we have grown in a vibrant family of over 21,000 plus members across multiple platforms like WhatsApp, Instagram, LinkedIn, Telegram, and Discord. Together, our mission is to clear to empower the next generation through access to life-changing opportunities, educational resources, and personal growth tool. Today, I'm very excited to host someone whose journey truly reflects the value we stand for. Let's welcome our special guest, Weitao, an incoming freshman at Claremont McKenna College, an inspiring change maker from Shanghai, China. He's already worked on impactful causes from supporting children of incarcerated parents in rural China to volunteering for underprivileged migrant children in Shanghai and even conducting culture research. Without welcome to the opportunities platform, it's honor to have you with us. Is there anything you would like to discuss or give an introduction? You can get started. Thank you.
Everyone. It's my honor to be interviewed by Opportunity Platform. This is a very inspiring, amazing platform. Like you have like the forum. I really like this. And yeah, please shoot with any questions.
So I would like to understand more about your journey with how do you describe you before your Take Action Lab experience in South Africa? Like who you are as a person in the past and who you are now after the end of the program.
Okay, so for me, like before coming to South Africa to have that program, I'm kind of a person like pretty scared of foreigners. I'm avoided talking to foreigners. I only stick to my Chinese circle. But like, in that program, I was literally the only Chinese speaking people in that program. So that I have to expand my social network. I have to reach out to different people. And it's gradually get me more comfortable like talking to people from different cultural backgrounds. And I think it's a good thing for me. And also, before coming to South Africa, I was pretty unsure and not confident and insecure in my social aspect, especially under the English environment in the Anglosphere. But now, like, I think I get the assurance, I get the confidence, like, to socialize in the English environment. Those are the differences I have, like, before and after.
That's interesting. So you are the only person from China representing in Take Action Lab.
Yes, I'm
Yeah, that's
representing my country.
that's really amazing to hear about that. So how did you learn about this program and what actually pushed you to apply?
I learned about this program on a Chinese social media called Red Note. At that time, I was just scrolling like social media to check out like the wonderful life of other people who have traveled through the world, like doing some interesting and fun projects overseas. And I'm kind of jealous of them, and I just applied. Another encouragement I had is my school counselor, Mr. Phil Clinton. And I asked my school counselor, like, should I apply to this program? Will that affect like my grade or like school credit? And my school counselor just told me, no, it won't. I'm the academic director. I can award you credit for attending this program. So you can just apply. He even coached me through like the process of the application.
Hmm.
So many thanks to him. Also, it was because like one of the admission team of Take Action Lab was from China. His name is Leo Chen. He is actually responsible for like, the overall general international admissions. And luckily, he's from China, and he also did some job to persuade my parents so that they allow me to come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, that's a very interesting story. I have a friend from China. She always told me her country is always focusing on academics. They never focus on any extracurricular activities. And even it's very difficult for people like China to travel abroad the world, especially who doesn't speak English because most of the people only speak Mandarin or Cantonese. So yeah, I'm really glad to be here that you took an initiative and have an opportunity to travel to Cape Town. That's really amazing. So can you break down about the application process for all the Chinese students who are listening to you or the international student? Like how was the application from the beginning till the time you board your flight and you landed to the Cape Town? Like if you can just walk you through your experience, like summarize from the beginning of your application till that first day of your Cape Town.
Okay. First, you click on the website, there's application, and you fill out the application form. And you can fill out your personal information and stuff. And they ask you for an essay, and you write that essay. That essay differ from every application season. I think they have 3 or 4 application season for the same cohort. People are admitted to the cohort in different time. I'm like the one of the earliest ones. So after that, filling out the application, like the general application, and also that include a video essay or something. I don't really remember.
Yeah, there's a
But
video
like
application as well.
yeah, the video application, I think I did that. And after that, they will give you a general reply that it would like to take you. And then you go to the financial aid. They ask you for the vaccination stuff, the financial aid, what's your need, and you fill up that financial aid and medical form.
Get
They
a
are
financial aid from the Take Action Lab.
yes, yes, yes.
That's right.
Like, do you need financial aid? At that time, you are also gonna be told if you have scholarship. After that, Take Action Lab is gonna give you the final reply, how much financial aid you have, and do you appeal or not. You can choose if you want more financial aid to communicate and argue for yourself for a bit more or something. I didn't do that. I just take the offer. I think some people did that. Some people did that, and a lot of people did that, but I didn't. Then they're gonna ask you for the vaccination. You get all the vaccination ready, and this is the pre-departure part. Was you get all the vaccination and the final deposit, the final you have to pay 1 week before the foundation course start.
You mean
And
some sort of deposit, like for those who doesn't get this scholarship, right?
yeah, for those who doesn't get a scholarship or financial aid, for those who have to pay, they
Yeah,
have to get these ready. Before the foundation, they are gonna give you all the things you need, all the material you need to apply for a South
visa.
African
Yeah.
visa. You're gonna get the information from the accommodation hoster, their letters, all the things, and you go to VFS Global so that you can run through the visa process.
Oh,
And
interesting.
probably gonna get the visa before the departure, but not everyone could because South African consulate works at a very low efficiency and their service is really unstable.
Yeah, I can
Uh,
understand.
but I was lucky, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember
And
my friend has to flew from Shenzhen to Shanghai like 2 times. She has to take a bullet train. Even
yeah, yeah,
she
yeah.
doesn't know about where her passport got stamped. There was no any application update from the BFS. I remember one of my friends from Vietnam. She has to even rely on the Chinese embassy for the visa because her country wasn't issued the visa. So there was so many chaotic and consequences, but still the two of them did not lose their hope. I was actually helping them personally. I was talking to the embassy of China as well. Just make sure that they will make it. And yeah, happy to hear that you got the opportunity. So now coming more about how the vaccination was. I know that in China you have certain sort of disease, certain sorts of vaccination you have. So do you have to pay extra money to get some vaccinations, or you already have in your childhood? For example, yellow fever vaccine is very important vaccination before you fly. As per the precautions, you must take the yellow fever vaccine at least 1 week before your flight. Am I right?
It really depends on which country do you come
Okay.
from. If you're coming from a yellow fever country, then you have to have a yellow fever vaccination. I
Okay.
didn't read instruction carefully. I saw that everyone needs yellow fever. I just go to the custom hospital of China and I said, "Oh, I'm going to South Africa." And they said, "No, like South Africa is not yellow fever countries." And I said, "Okay, okay, I'm actually going to Ethiopia." And they gave me the vaccination and I got a vaccination, but I later on figured out that it was not needed.
So, where was your transit point? Was it Ethiopia?
Uh, that was my strategic response to the custom. It was not. but it was
Okay, because mostly I have seen people were choosing Cathay Pacific Airlines or maybe Chinese Airlines. So, how was your
there.
experience?
Most people take either Cathay Pacific of Hong Kong or Singapore Airlines of Singapore in order to go from Shanghai to Cape Town. But people from other parts of the world, many of them take Qatar Airways and also Ethiopian Airlines, something like that.
Hmm. That's really interesting story about like how was your travel experience? Some of people said that their worst experience because of the immigration. I have heard about few students say that immigration officer doesn't understand what leadership program mean. They started asking too many questions as well. And even I remember one of my friend has a bad experience. He was put out of the line from immigration and they were asking too many questions. He was very lucky enough that he has the documents and the photocopy of all the admission letters, scholarship. But about your
Yeah.
personal experience, if you would like to share to all the future aspiring Chinese students who is listening to you, so that they make sure that they don't make such mistake.
I don't think they are especially suspicious about Chinese people. China and South Africa now they relationships. I was not really suspected. They just trust whatever said on the visa. South African visa, they actually said there will be a leadership program of 84 days and whatever said on the visa, they just take it. But it's not the case for many other countries,
Yeah.
especially the countries who have visa free for South Africa for only 30 days. And you said that you're gonna go for a leadership program for 84 days, and that will be a sus for them.
Yeah.
It's not about Chinese people, it's more about the countries who South Africa give like a 30-day visa exempt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, lovely to hear about it. I hope that you had a great experience. So now I would like to understand what does exactly Take Action Lab mean to you, and how do you think that Take Action Lab has changed your life? Because I've heard that they are very generous about giving the financial aid. So do you confirm that from your own personal experiences, how does this program important for any high school students who would like to take a gap year, or like they are still not sure about whether this program is genuinely or not, or they should commit it now? What message would you like to give those such students?
Okay, so basically, if you hear about this program, it's already a privilege. I would say because there are so many people in so many where in the world that haven't yet even heard about this program. If you hear about this program and you're talented enough, you are gonna get into, I think. And the financial aid is really, really generous. The friends, like all the people I've talked with about this topic, they either got a full ride with their flights and insurance, or a full ride, or a half ride. Even I got half right.
Manage your expenses since you got half right, like
Half is paid by K Action Lab,
yeah.
and the other half, like I just asked my high school. My high school give me a scholarship, and they
Oh,
filled
that's
it. I
interesting.
asked my parents to cover the flights and the insurance. So this is my way to follow it up. And when you arrive in South Africa, they're gonna give you the living stipend. You're gonna live off that living stipend.
Can
Be
you break down more about the living stipend? Like, how does exactly they will give you a credit card or something, or there's certain amount of money? Mostly people asking this, like, how does the program actually works in person when you reach to the place? If you can share more about your experience. I'm not sure if you're allowed to share the exact number, but maybe you can just say roughly like this much is the monthly money because you are staying for 84 days. So maybe there's a 15 days or maybe 30 days a month. Like, I am not sure about it. Maybe if you can share.
Yes, I can share it. It's like 1,400 US dollar for 3 months in total.
Okay.
But your house lord, they're gonna take $50 from it for the deposit. So if you break something in the house, they're gonna take money from that. So it was not actually 1,400 US dollar, but like about the same amount. And the monthly amount was about 9,000 South African rand. So like if it divided into three, it's about
Yeah,
9,000 South
understand,
African rand.
understand. So this
And
is
it's
the final amount that you get, like
yeah,
$1,400, and you have to manage it. Like I'm quite confused for those people who like to go frequently KFC, McDonald's, or expensive restaurant. How could they
Okay.
manage expense?
Actually, I've heard someone who save a lot by only ordering food and dining out. For many of you living in boarding school, you don't need to take care of your cooking like stuff. You don't know how to cook. You might sometimes buy a lot of things and spoil a lot of things in the fridge, and you kind of mess things up. So sometimes it just save more by just ordering and dining out. And like, trust me, like 9,000 South African rand per month is more than enough.
Oh,
Unless you really want to go to experiences. For example, the 3-day safari tour of Garden Route. There was an option provided by Take Action Lab, like official program, but you have to pay 1,000 South African rand for it. If you do that, you're gonna be broke. But if you don't organize the trip yourself or something, you're just gonna be fine. If you spend it at a normal rate with a little bit of entertainment, you can go to bar, can go to cultural events with a little bit of entertainment, you're left with 2,000 South African rand at the end of the month. It's more than enough. Many people take rand back home. They exchange rand to US dollar and take them back home.
interesting, interesting. So, yeah, understand. Now I would be very much curious about you look like a foreigner. So, how does your experience look like when you are walking in the street of South Africa? Doesn't any beggars approach to you asking for money? Like, how did you tackle such situation walking late nights? How was your interaction with the local people? I'm very curious to know more about your story.
It's not really about the tall man. It's not about ethnicity. I'm a
Mhm.
Chinese man. Like, there's not a lot of Chinese men in Cape Town, but I'm tall and I'm a male, so it's fine. It's usually the girls, like the female, and some of them reported like harassment. Some of them like really scared. I have to walk them to the house, like just being their left-handed man or something, you know. I escort them to walk them to other houses. If you're female, you really need to take care. But like for me, it's fine. I never had any people like trying to rob me or
Oh, that's
something. You have students who like their phone stolen, and my supervisor also have his phone stolen. But like I'm just be pretty lucky. You have to take more than average precautiousness when
understand.
walking on the streets. Pay attention to the environment. Never take your phone out. If you lost, you can just ask the people, the improvement district staff, like standing on the street. You just ask them. They are your Google Maps. Don't trust this Google Map. If you take out this Google Map, it's gonna be robbed or something. But as long as you are with people, like two or three people on your side, you're gonna be fine.
Because you know what, the reason why I did ask you the question many times, and I suggest that where is this program? They say Cape Town. Really? Cape Town is one of the most dangerous city in the. I
Yes,
said, why do you believe on the Western media or like the news? Unless you don't immerse yourself in the place, you never know what could happen. And I said to all of my community members, like your safety is in your hand. If you are very precautious, if you're taking all the safety instructions, you will never be any danger. And as long as you know what is the safe place where you can go, where you can, then nothing going to happen to you. You just have to enjoy your experiences.
yeah. Just don't go to the places like township without the permission
Yep,
from
yep,
town.
especially like Philippi village and those where you have to.
Yeah, you know about that. So basically, we have a driver who died from a car accident when
Oh,
he
I'm
was
sorry to hear.
driving through a township or something. He bumped into a gang like gunfight and he died like somehow.
You see the
People,
real experience or like just a story?
it is a story I heard.
Okay.
It was a driver of our hotel student. One of my friend from Bangladesh cried for a whole night, couldn't get a sleep because of this, because the driver was his really good friend. He talked a lot with people on the car and he died. So it's not that safe, but like as long as you stay in the safe area with people, pay precautions, you're gonna be fine.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about such incident, but yeah. But the thing is that the place is still really nice to check
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
Yeah. So now the most important question is, I have heard about there's a foundational course called as 1 month of foundational course where they will teach you about apartheid, how the black people and white people live, sector. I think there's a famous place called Sector 72. I'm remembering the exact name. What is that name? Like district something, call it.
District 6.
Yeah, District 6, yeah. So can you tell me
Yeah.
more about that? What does actually in this 1 month of foundational course they teach you and why it is important to have this course given by the students before they land to the Cape Town? Like, how was your experience with that?
I think for me, it's more about reflect on yourself. There was some part like, do you have bias toward people? Do you have stereotype? You have to break those kind of stereotype before you come to South Africa. So you have to be self-respect on this. For example, there was a really, really interesting activity held by our host of foundation, our instructor called Hector. He is a really, really, really fun, interesting, and nice person. He he actually presented three different virtual people. The red people is an investment banker. The green people is the hippie, and the yellow people was the Mr. International. And he was like, "Oh, so guess who these three virtual people actually are?" And it turned out to be all him. Don't use your stereotype to judge people. Never judge a book by its cover. It applies to both judging people or judging a country. You have to put aside your bias and stereotype. This is something I learned the most from the foundation. But it's more about getting to know the other people, the peers, and some funny thing happened in the foundation. You can just talk about with them on the first day of the program. The purpose of the foundation is to get to know other peers you have. It lets you to learn more about South African history, and especially the one impressed me the most is the Ubuntu, like South African feminism, the female movement. Ubuntu and the feminist movement slogan, you
Yeah.
strike a woman, you strike a stone. I use them again and again with the South Africans as the jokes. And that's how I become popular with the locals. You are educated about this so that you come to South Africa and you have something to talk with the locals. So I really think foundation helped me in this way, but it's mostly about getting to know your peers and getting yourself excited about South Africa and the cohort so that you can pack yourself and get yourself more prepared for it, both mentally and physically, like the physical packing.
Yeah, that's really amazing about it. So I have one more curiosity to know more about your foundational course. Like, how does this foundational course has taught you so much about like I didn't know if you have a chance to go to the Nelson Mandela Museum in Cape Town or not, and how does this view of understanding the world has changed to you? People I have seen that they think that the black people and white people are living very happily together. How does your opinion and views have been changed when you go? Like when you go to the cafe, for example, there is a famous cafe called an observatory. You will see so many differences. So how did you adapt yourself and change your mindset to get to know such people like observatory cafe? Yeah, I just remember. Sorry.
Oh, Ops Cafe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. I think after the foundation, you're gonna have a more comprehensive and objective way of seeing the world and seeing South Africa,
yeah,
Many people assume, like even including me, like before like foundation course, we assume that most economic achievement of South Africa was done like during apartheid time.
yeah,
And South Africa afterwards, they're just like keeping what they already have and slowly decaying or something. This is some stereotype like many people have, but it was actually like most economic achievement was done after the democracy. But many people are trying to twist the historical narrative so that it can prove that the white people they are superior, they're better in managing the country. No, no, it was the South African people. It's the people who create all those economic achievements. It's not about who on the top, like managing all this,
yeah.
you know. So, yeah, you're gonna break a lot of stereotype like this, and you're gonna have a more objective, comprehensive way of like, seeing the world, and it's gonna help you someday, like when you have like this critical thinking skills.
Yeah. So yeah, that's very amazing to hear about your experience. Now, I would like to understand how was your first day look like when you first landed to the beautiful airport of Cape Town, or when you go outside, how was your mind thinking? What is something that came to your mind like you wanted to do this XYZ or you wanted to eat some special food? What was your first moment? And did you call your parents and said that, oh, dad and mom, I just landed to Cape Town? How was your moment in that period of time? Would you like to share to our audience in Cape Town?
Oh my God. I was just so excited the first day. The first day, the people from Tao, they just picked me up from the airport. I
Yeah.
didn't get to see other people. I was just talking to the Tao staff, like asking them about what kind of program you are hosting here, what other student you have. Asked a lot of questions about Cape Town, and I think Cape Town was such a beautiful city. And Cape Town was not big. Getting from the airport to like observatory is only like half an hour. And in other city, I thought it was much bigger. Cape Town is a small city. Like, oh, no, no, no. I'm from Shanghai. I will say that. It was my perspective. Okay. But like, it is really, really beautiful. The first day, the weather was so good. I was so
Yeah.
excited,
Yeah.
and I get to see the people in the house, like my housemate, and we went to other house together and get to know other people. Just so excited and getting to know those
Interesting.
people. I helped everybody with their SIM card issue. I
Okay.
was like the technical handyman, you know.
Chinese
Yeah.
people are so talented. Anywhere you go. Two
Yeah.
two countries who are ruling the world, Chinese engineers and Indian engineers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pretty sure that you're also gonna be the technical handyman.
Yeah, interesting very much. Now I would like to understand from you, Vital. This is the one of the most important questions. Like, what are the some of the things that you have to do? It something like you are going to travel every frequently days a week? What exactly the program is all about and what you do? I know that everything has been mentioned in the website, but I wanted to know from your experience, like, what does apprenticeship mean? What is the learning moment? How does the first week of your program is about? Like, they will give you a map of South Africa. They will teach you about the local languages, Zulu and other. So tell me more about
And
culture immersion and personal time when Cape Town to educate other people, and anything about your apprenticeship. Why did you choose that apprenticeship? If you've walked me through that.
okay, so like the most important part I would say is definitely like the apprenticeship. It's because like I spend most of my time over there.
Yeah,
And for me, I like intern at Young Urbanist because like I even write a letter to them that said explicitly like to tell I want to be placed at Ndufuna Ukwazi, which is another like city planning and urban design like organization. And they said that, oh no, we're not able to put you there. So they put me to Young Urbanist instead. So that is kind of my way to approach it. They are really flexible in everything or stuff. Like Young Urbanist, I was just conducting some street experiment, interviewing like the people, collecting data of counting the number of bicycle, motorbike, pedestrians. Also, I did a lot of physical labor, being the handyman.
look so white. Even you were in the sun most of the time.
I wear sunscreen. Okay. We wrote some advocacy article for Young Urbanist,
Yeah,
and I did some sketching for their posters. We
yeah,
kind of have to do everything like just as their assistant, like secretary or something.
yeah,
Yeah, this is a apprenticeship vibes. And another thing is like the Learning Connect. Learning Connect is where we spend like every Friday.
yeah.
There will be like people from inspired people from other organizations
And communities.
coming to and communities coming to present what they're doing, but their speech are usually boring and many people
Maybe you
sleep.
could share any of your best learning moment that you really like the most to our audience. It could be anything.
You mean like Learning Connect?
Yeah.
like
Any of
connect.
your best experiences?
I think it was a time when there was people from another organization. I can't forget the name. And he was just so nice and was talking to me. We have a discussion about the spaces in South Africa, like how the semi-private and semi-public spaces are turned into fully public and fully private spaces. They become a binary system in South Africa. So we talk about how the public spaces in South Africa have shifted, like evolved through time. And it was a really, really inspiring conversation. But that was the only interesting experience. For other Learning Connect, they're just so boring. And like many people just fall asleep during their speech. And they stay up really, really late partying on Thursday because it was crazy Thursday. People always go to armchair theater and they do karaoke every time and they can never get up on
I
Friday.
understand. So, what about your culture immersion? What did you like? Did you like the local dance, like Zulu dance, or what was one of your best culture immersion? Maybe like singing the national song of all the country. Like any experiences would you have?
Oh my God, you just literally named like two of the cultural series we have.
I will
One,
tell you in the end why I know so much.
okay, yeah, we have the cultural series. We have many cultural series, just the boring one. They just use the presentation and they just go
I am
through.
sure people don't like those. Mostly they like something that is involved physical. Yeah.
Yeah, and there are also interesting culture series like tasting the food of Xhosa food,
Yeah.
like African food. There was also a documentary culture series talk about a language called Afrikaans. So there are interesting ones, there are also boring ones. Like this is the culture immersion one, culture
Yeah.
series.
So now I would like to understand more about your final project or presentation that Take Action Lab expect you to submit. So if you can maybe tell me more about what was your final project about in the graduation ceremony.
I don't think we have a final project. We do have a final speech. Oh,
Okay.
we do have a summarization of what we have done in our apprenticeship. That is the summarization of like all the apprenticeship stuff. I
Yeah.
did that. And also a final speech. My topic was gratitude, appreciation. So basically, I just shout out every name in this cohort because
Uh,
I've been interacted and talking with everyone in the cohort.
oh,
So I thank them for every moment we have. I use that 5 moments to go over like the small moments like I found really appreciable. And that was my speech, but it was not other people's speech. For other people, some of them talk about their journey before coming to Cape Town, how Cape Town changed them. And many of them do the same shout outs like what I've done.
yeah.
Yeah. So you don't really have a final project or final presentation, something. Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing about it's very important to be gratitude about whatever you have in your life for the program, for the committee. So now since you have lived there for 84 days, so what was one of your top favorite destinations like maybe Cape of Good Hope, Camp Babies or Musenberg Beach, anything it could be, or any two activities during the program that you like the most, you would like to share with our audience?
I would say hiking.
Okay.
Oh,
Which
and
mountain, like the Lion's Head, or which mountain is it?
Chapman's Peak is
Okay.
my favorite hike because it doesn't have that much of struggles.
Yeah.
Like all other hikes, they have their own struggles. For Table Mountain, the way down is really terrible. And yeah, it was a really, really long way down. For Devil's Peak, it was just so many spiky plants that were gonna stab you. I hiked Devil's Peak, Table Mountain. I also hiked Lion's Head. For Lion's Head, it was just too many rock climbing. And when you get down there, so just so many people. And also Chapman's Peak, I did like all the four hikes like people do during the program. Also, like the one that didn't count, like the Signal Hill.
Yeah.
If you have time, definitely go to check out the Cecilia Forest and also the Newland Forest. You can do the contour forest hike of Lion's Head or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Now I know a lot about hiking. Before Cape Town, I don't even do hiking.
yeah.
Another thing that I would really recommend is going to Musenberg Beach and have a surf, which is not allowed in program rules, but we just did. We were a group of people. We have a Musenberg gang. We take care of each other. We go together, and the surfing was 195 South African rand for a surfing lesson, and the coach is gonna push you so that you can catch the wave and stand up on the surfboard. And I caught like four waves or something. It was really, really rewarding experience.
Yeah. So for those people who doesn't know swimming, can they also surf or not?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
You are supposed to know how to swim, but like when you step into that surfboard, they're all gonna assume that you already know how to swim. Well, like most people who surf with me, they don't know how to swim. Even if you fall off from the surfboard, you're just gonna step on the bed of the sea, and the seawater is just gonna be at your belly button or something.
oh, okay, okay. So you generally don't go so much deep to the ocean for your safety.
Yeah, yeah. Musenberg have the warmest water and
Okay.
they have the biggest wave and it's not that
Yeah.
steep.
What about the Camp Way, which I have heard about the water is so cold, right?
Yeah. Camps Bay, Maiden's Cove, like all those places, water so cold.
Yeah,
Musenberg is better.
yeah. But have you heard about Mozambique is also not that safe place?
It's not that safe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So now tell me a time you have went through some challenges in your life and how did you overcome maybe college application or maybe convincing your parents for such a program like Take Action Lab. Not many Chinese people have done this before. Or it could be anything in your life from childhood till today as a person.
Oh my God. Persuading my parents that I'm gonna go to South Africa is a big because my parents, especially my father, is really, really conservative
Okay.
and he likes Africa in general is really dangerous
Yeah.
and won't help me at all if I go to South Africa. To persuade him, I really have to work a lot.
Oh,
And
understand.
I got the scholarship from the school. I got the Chinese rep of Take Action Lab, who is Leo Chen I talked about. I had him to call my parents so that they can know. I just did a lot of those kind of work. Before
Understand.
coming to South Africa, I was doing my parents' work for all the time. At the end of the day, they agreed and I could go.
And now I
Yeah.
can say that your hard work has rewarded you in such an amazing 3 months of experience that you will never forget in your life for sure. So now I would love to go back to the end of this interview. Thank you so much. So what are you planning to do in the days ahead? I know that you graduated, you come back to your home country, China. So what are you going to do from now? People are very curious to know what Vitao is going to do from here. Is he going to build any business or going to do anything? Very curious.
I aspire to be a a manager,
Yeah.
like study economy? Not
Mm.
really. After coming to Cape Town, I know that I sometimes I don't need to follow the traffic. Definitely not gonna pursue something like everyone is pursuing, like economics or computer science. I'm gonna stay true to myself.
Yeah, understand.
South African experience really had me stay true to myself and not to follow the traffic in Claremont McKenna College. I'm not gonna pursue investment banking. Before South Africa, I was like, maybe I'm gonna earn a lot from investment banking, and also like other people are doing this. But after South Africa, I got affirmed and know that there's some energy that I could never lose in my life. And maybe if I pursue investment banking working under such like pressure or like toxic environment, I'm gonna lose some of my precious energy that I should never lose, that defines me, that makes Weitao Weitao. So I just decided that I'm gonna pursue like product management instead. I'm gonna stay to myself and pursue my own path. Definitely not like choosing something everyone else is doing, like economics, computer science. I'm gonna do like more unconventional choices like pursuing integrated science or like public policy, public affairs, or philosophy or something. Yeah.
Really amazing. Thank you so much. So I have a question from my personal side. Why you decided to go to USA instead of studying in China? I know that's maybe something related to your personal choice, but is there any specific reason or something you would like to share to our audience?
Oh, it was actually because in China we have something called household registration system, which is a tie the person to their home place, birth province or something, outside of where you were born, outside of where you were registered. Your life is just gonna be difficult in terms of education, in terms of healthcare or something. So basically, it caused me that I couldn't take high school entrance examination nor the higher education entrance examination, which is Gaokao in Shanghai. I just couldn't do that. Instead, and there's a lot of people pursuing international education in Shanghai, so I just did that. And USA turned out to be a better choice than other countries because maybe because I was following the traffic at that time. Like most of people I know are going to USA. My parents do have the finance to American education, so I decided that I'm gonna go to
Understand.
USA.
Why not choose countries like Hong Kong, Taiwan, or Japan? All the Asian people, you will find more a connection between each other. Why didn't you consider that option? Because now you see the immigration rules and the visa issue.
So yeah,
I'm happy to hear that. Now, coming to the end of this interview, I would like to ask you, is there any final piece of advice? It could be related to application tips, how they can stand out, or how they can increase their chances, or anything from your maybe failures or past experiences that you think people should have to learn this at an early age, or anything message could be in Mandarin that you would like to share with people or of your Chinese students who are going to watch this interview, like anything. You can include both English and Mandarin so people can relate more with you.
it's okay, it's okay. I'm just gonna say two qualities me as Wade would appreciate the most as a person. The first quality is if you are a person who never give up, I'm gonna like you. It is a quality I really, really appreciate. Like, don't be a quitter, never be a quitter. If you make your choices, you stick with that and like, don't doubt yourself too much and just keep on doing this. And the second quality is that if you are a person who say yes to every opportunity, to catch every opportunity at your hand offered to you, I'm also gonna appreciate you so much. I am also trying to become people who possess these two qualities, to never quit and to catch every opportunity.
Yeah,
Especially if you're coming from an underprivileged background or something. If you're not, let's say, a white upper class, some people from developed country, you need to have these kind of qualities in order to fight to survive and thrive in like society.
yeah. Understand. Thank you so much. Is there anything message that you would like to give in Mandarin or like Cantonese to people because they wanted to relate when you speak in your local language? I know that mostly people who are going to watch this, they understand English, but I think if there's any message from your heart to your local friends, your Chinese people who are going to watch you, anything it could be.
I would say that 世界那么大，你应该多去看看。
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
said the
don't know
world
what
is
does
so
it mean, but
and
I'm
you
sure
should
people who are going
explore
to listen you, they will definitely like. So now I will say just the final remarks. Thank you for taking your time. So let me say thank you to you.
and thank you to you. You really let me like, express myself or something.
No worries. It's my honor. Firstly, I'm very happy to meet such amazing and so kind person like you who are so amazing to share your experiences. I'm very grateful to Take Action Lab that they have really accepted a nice person like you. So thank you so much for sharing your journey with us today. Your story is really powerful reminder that impact doesn't start with age. It starts with intentions and actions. No matter how far you are from any part of your life, like maybe you are failure in your life, but one moment, one opportunity can change your life. trust me. And that is why we opportunities platform always believe everyone who is in this world has a talent. We believe in creating more spaces like this where stories like yours can ignite hope and action in thousands of young change makers across the world. To all the listeners, if you are inspired by today's conversation with Vitao, don't forget to follow him on Instagram or social media. I will be definitely going to add his contact information so that you can follow him and get to know him and about his experiences. If you have any sort of question that we are not able to cover up during this conversation, you can definitely approach to him. And thank you once again for taking your time, to giving your time, to sharing your story with us. And from my entire behalf of team, we are very grateful to you for your time. Let's continue uplifting each other and building a world where everyone has an access for the opportunities they deserve. Thank you once again, Vitayo. Wishing you the very best.
Thank you.